He will also have a degree in oil and gas.
All right, everybody, welcome in to Night Vision TV, home of your Lafayette Christian Academy Nights. We're excited. All right, Night fans, welcome in. Let us know how the volume is. Let us know what's going on. Welcome into Night Vision TV. This is the Jay and Josiah pregame show from Geuydan, Louisiana. I'm Jay Miller. This is Josiah Broussard, and we're going to have the call for you tonight on what is a windy, a little bit of a kind of a mist, and it's been raining out here the last few days, the coach said, but it looks like the field is in good shape, and we're grateful to bring you tonight's action. Now let's talk a little bit about tonight's game. Tonight is senior night for the Geuydan Bears, and so they have looks like about 10 or 12 seniors that are being recognized right now. You may hear that over the PA announcer. But nonetheless, tonight we have the 8-0 Lafayette Christian Academy Knights taking on the 5-2 Geuydan Bears. Now, we've been in District 7-1A for 6 years, and so this is our 6th meeting with Geuydan. I will say this, over the last year or two, the Geuydan Bears with the new coach has really gotten better. Now, I don't think they're at the caliber of an LCA program, but they have done remarkable over the last 2 years. And to this year, they have their most wins in a season in quite a number of years. And so they come in at 5-2, only 7 games, and we're in week 9, and that's because they had a 1-week bye. And so anyway, we're out here in Geuydan, Louisiana, and looks like duck weather. So I guess we're in the right spot.
That's right.
But we're about 18 minutes before kickoff here in Geuydan, and we are watching the Jay and Josiah pregame show. We welcome you all in. Now, last week, the Knights took on the Vermilion Catholic Screaming Eagles at home, and it was a record-setting night, record-setting game, and it was a whole lot of fun. We have some highlights that we'll show you here in just a moment. But, the Knights had a 7-game this season scoreless streak going. Well, obviously, the VC Screaming Eagles scored in the second quarter, and then they scored, I think, twice in the fourth quarter. It was a 54-21 victory for the Knights, and so the Knights are district champs. They are first time in district play. Yeah. They are the district champs, and we won a state championship but didn't win the district last year.
That happens sometimes.
And but this year they won the district, and hopefully we can get the big one at the end. But the Knights have got to start honing in on playoff. Maybe at halftime we'll tell you a little bit about how the playoff race is kind of shaping up and what needs to happen. And there's been a lot of questions this week, Josiah, and how that we pretty much manhandled VC, but they are still ranked higher than us.
Yeah, a lot of people confused on that. We'll talk about that later on.
Talk about that maybe at halftime or maybe one of the breaks. We'll give you the breakdown, give you the inside information of what's happening and going on. So anyway, we're glad that you're here, and we'll turn the screen around just so that you can kind of see some of the things that are happening and going on. And so you're watching the Jay and Josiah pregame show here in Geuydan. So welcome in. The way you cheer for your team is you hit the thumbs up, you hit some hearts, and then also in the comment line, let us know where you're watching from. Earlier we saw someone chime in from Colorado. All right, so welcome in from Colorado. Brandon Gravion didn't know they had Wi-Fi in Geuydan. Brandon, they got plumbing and lights, and they have a Wendy's, and man, they're rocking and rolling, son. You need to get out more. But anyway, we're glad that you're here. Josiah did sit down with Coach Falk earlier this week and talked a little bit about that, so we'll go to that here in just a moment. But we're glad that you're here, glad that you're tuned in. And last week we just had we had our largest viewing attendance in
the season
for the season against VC. And last year we had, during the playoffs, we had about 700 live viewers at once. Last Friday, I think at one point we had close to 300, and we've had almost 6,000 views on that feed since then. So it's been wonderful. We're honored to bring you that. Joe, talk a little bit about Coach Falk, and maybe we'll go to that and then take a break and come back and get ready for kickoff.
Yes. Tonight's game, Coach Falk, we talked a little bit about how practice went this week with a lot of rain and lightning, and so the team kind of went in. And then it's a slightly unusual week because you're tuning in on a Thursday night. This is Thursday night football. We're not under the Friday night lights. We're under the Thursday night lights. So schedule was slightly tweaked, and the Knights didn't do a whole lot of competition like they used to doing. And Coach Falk actually gave the team off one day after a big win, and he told me after I talked to him, he said he was a little nervous. He wasn't sure how the guys would come out Monday, so Monday's practice was a little bit nerve-wracking for him, with giving them a day off. And he said they came out and the guys were focused, that they weren't too high after that win of VC because they're focused on a bigger prize. So I'm going to go into that interview with Coach Falk, and you can listen in.
Coach Falk, thanks for joining us for the Coach's pregame show another week.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Coach, let's recap last week's victory over Vermillion Catholic, 54-21. A team finally scored and got that out of the way, and looked like the Knights were relentless. They didn't let it faze them because the offense responded with a quick score of their own. How did that make you feel to see that response from your team?
That was great, man. I wasn't surprised. I can't say that I was surprised by it. I feel like I know the type of character and the type of kids that we have on our team. I knew that, if the streak was broken, and once it was, I knew how we would respond to it. And our kids just got back and we played the next play and did a good job of coming back and getting an answer with the touchdown, and then went back out defensively and got another stop, which led to another score for us offensively. So it was a unbelievable streak, like I talked about before, but it was still good to see our kids have to deal with some adversity and respond in the way that they did.
Yes, sir. Great response from the kids. Great turnout by the community. The place was packed, standing room only. Now, also want to congratulate you, Coach. You've made history as far as the LCA is concerned. The first team to go 8-0 and at least a share of the district championship, and with the win tonight, an outright district championship. How does that sound, making history?
That sounds great. We've been doing quite a bit of that around here the last couple of years, which, with it still being a very new program, is really exciting and great to be kind of on the front end of a lot of those things. I announced that to our kids at the end of the game on last Friday, and told them that, we still have to have some business to take care of, and that starts with tonight and taking care of hopefully getting another win against Geuydan and solidifying an outright district championship.
And, Coach, one last thought from last week. I got to talk about Logan Gabriel. 370 yards, 6 touchdowns. Again, I want you to say it because, Logan makes you look like what kind of coach he is.
I think people enjoy hearing me call myself stupid. So, again, it seems like every week after week, he kind of makes me look a little bit more foolish every time we go out, and then especially in nights like last Friday night when we were able to really showcase him and feed him the ball quite a bit, and he got going, and he was a load to handle, and he's kind of making it a habit around here, which we definitely love having him on our side. I
don't think we love hearing you say it, you stupid, but it's just the humility that you have, and not, we can see that, you're not a stubborn coach. You learn, and you let the kids know, hey, I'm learning too. And the kids, I think they love to play for you because of that.
I think that transparency definitely helps. My kids know I'm definitely human. I screw up, I mess up, and when they mess up or they do push-ups or something like that, when I mess up, I do push-ups as well. So it's kind of a give and take. I think that transparency lends to me being more human to them, and us kind of myself being more relatable, and our coaching staff being more relatable, and helps to develop and establish the relationships with our kids. And I think that like you kind of said, I think they enjoy playing for us. They enjoy being a part of the program, which has allowed us to have a lot of the success that we've had.
Yes, sir. All right, now tonight we got the Geuydan Bears. I guess we said earlier, a win tonight guarantees an outright district championship, this being the last district game. You talked about how you told your kids, we got to stay focused. There's still a bigger mission ahead. And what has practice been like? I know the past couple of days weather's been kind of hit and miss, but how's this week's practice look?
It's been really good, really good. Our kids came out Monday really focused, especially for the first day with a lot of new formations, new terminology, new information in terms of what Geuydan presents offensively and defensively. Kids did a really good job executing for the first day of the week. On Tuesday, to the shock of our kids and our coaches, we actually went inside and practiced in the gym. On Tuesday, I was trying to be a little bit smarter with the weather being a little cooler as well as the rain, trying to get them out of some of that. And then yesterday, we were able to get back outside and had a good day before the game, which is typically a Thursday practice for us. We had a good Thursday for us yesterday on Wednesday. And so our kids are dialed in, they're locked in, and they're ready to go, and looking forward to seeing them perform tonight.
Yes, sir. And with Geuydan, we're not talking about Geuydan from the past years. We have Geuydan coming in with a few wins, handful of wins. A win tonight will be a big boost and something you don't pay too much attention in the power rankings because you're just looking at the next opponent. But, the fans are really looking forward to seeing how those power rankings are going. But you are playing a much improved Geuydan team. Can you talk a little bit about Geuydan and their improvement and kind of what they like to do to attack the Knights or what they'll like to do to stop the Knights?
I really think that Coach Moy and his staff have done, over the course of the last 2 years that they've been there, I think they've done about as good a job, if not the best job probably of, in the district in terms of giving their kids an opportunity to go out and compete week in and week out. Some of the things that they've done schematically to try to put their kids in position to be successful and get some of their playmakers to football. I think they've really done an outstanding job. And so they try to do a good job in terms of presenting you several different formations. They do a good job of executing their base plays out of those formations and getting the ball to some of their top players with room to do some things. So they've done a tremendous job there.
Speaking of their playmakers and top players, can you share with us some of those guys that we have to look out tonight, the numbers that we're looking for when we see Geuydan, either with the ball or even numbers, their top defensive performers as well?
Their top players are their fullback. They do a really good job of getting them the ball, whether it's veer or trap. Number 4, 22, their tailback. They split him out wide. He does a good job. And their top receiver, I believe he was either first or second team all-district last year, was 14. And they do a good job. He's a good route runner, pretty good-sized kid as well, and does a good job of coming down with a lot of 50-50 balls for him. So those are their top 3 guys offensively, and then a lot of the same kids that play offense turn around and are some of their standouts defensively as well.
Yes, sir. So they're going to have a handful of guys going both ways as compared to the Knights, obviously. We have a few go both ways, but for the most part, we have a first-team offense, first-team defense. Coach, good luck tonight. Looking forward to a great night. Looking forward to celebrating the district championship. I know you don't look too forward ahead, but because I think that's what keeps the kids focused, because you look at the next team, the next opponent, the next down, the next play, the next series of downs, and you've been doing a great job. Congratulations again, 8-0. Knight fans, Knights could go 9-0 tonight, as well as clinch an outright district championship with the win. Thanks for joining us again this week, Coach.
Appreciate it.
All right. Well, you got to hear from Coach Falk. We are just under 6 minutes away from kickoff, and as Coach Falk said and Josiah was talking about, the big win last week, and so we got some highlights, a little bit of highlights. There was a lot of energy. It was a record-breaking crowd, and so we're excited about that. And Geuydan's got a little fireworks going on tonight for senior night, and the Geuydan Bears are making their way down to their sideline. We'll take a quick break. You're watching the Jay and Josiah pregame show. Welcome in. We'll be back for kickoff here in just
Night fans, make some noise for LCA!
it close to your mouth. What a great victory last night, or last Friday night, I should say, for your LCA Knights. And winning that district title, as Josiah said earlier, outright. Now, you may get a lot of wind noise. We're on top of the press box, and it is windy out here tonight. But we'll do our best to keep the wind out and the noise out. Captains are at center field, and we are about 2 minutes away from kickoff here in Geuydan. Tell us where you're watching. Hit share. Let's get our viewership up. We're glad that you're here. And we are right on top of the drum line. And so you're going to hear the drums tonight. We're going to be drumming all night long.
Actually, they have a full band.
Is it a full band?
It's a full band.
Well, captains are going to win the toss. Looks like it's going to go to the Bears. And
LCA wins the toss and will receive.
all right, there we go. Well, LCA has won the toss. They've elected to receive. And we are ready to go here in Geuydan, Louisiana.
Sound like we're going to have a prayer and then possibly a national anthem.
We'll go to the PA for the prayer and the national anthem.
Grant to all athletes, coaches, and fans strength to pursue excellence during this event. We pray for the safety of these athletes, protect them from injury and harm. And finally, we pray for your grace, that you would provide us with the endurance to pursue our heavenly prize, eternal life in your Son. Amen.
Would everybody please remain standing as we're led in the national anthem by the Geuydan High School Marching Band. All right, let's get ready for some football out there.
All right, well, Knights are going to receive the ball first. We'll change a little bit of the graphics and have you welcome in to the Moore's Machine Shop live stream here on Night Vision TV. And let's see.
We'll kick off a little early, 5 minutes early.
And here comes that wind. My goodness, I hope you strapped up, Joe. I don't want to lose you. I'm not worried about this little light wind knocking me out, but man.
I weigh $155 on a good day.
I hope you wore your heavy shoes. All right.
Gracious.
We do not have a Geuydan roster.
And we tried to get one and just couldn't.
Well, it looks like Geuydan lined up on
the
the
wrong side.
side.
Yeah. They were out there first and lined up on the. So, Geuydan all red helmets, red tops, red pants. LCA Knights, blue helmets, white tops, blue pants. We're almost almost underway here, live from Geuydan, Louisiana, the capital of the world, from what I understand.
Harold Rogers Jr., Sage Ryan deep to receive for the Knights, and this game is about to be officially underway. There's the kick. It's going to be fielded by Victor Dupuis. He's going to return that all the way to about the 43-yard line. Kicked it to the up back, and the Knights will take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Victor did a good job of securing that kick and getting as much as he can. Might have had a little seam slightly to the left, but did a good job of securing it and getting the Knights offense on the field.
Well, we'll change the graphics. We are officially underway. You're watching the Moore's Machine Shop. Here's Zach Clement back to pass, and that's going to be overthrown. Intended for number 11. That's going to be Victor Dupuis. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. He kind of got a little foot tied with the defensive back there.
Yeah, kind of
never could really adjust to the ball.
Zach overthrown him just a little bit with after Vic got his feet tangled up with the DB.
We're trying something different. We're putting the scoreboard up at the top of your screen. There's Logan Gabriel. He breaks it around the left side. And Logan Gabriel is going to be brought out of bounds at about the 30, but that's going to be a horse collar.
I think maybe a face mask.
Yeah, I think they're going to call a horse collar. He took it out, and then he was going to turn it.
Oh, he waved it.
Yeah.
He waved it off because he didn't take him all the way to the ground.
And take him all the way to the ground.
If you notice, Logan, actually, he was running so hard, he stiff-armed his own teammate.
And here we go. 1st and 10 Knights. Here's Zach. Has a wide open receiver. Montrell Felix. Touchdown Montrell. Touchdown Knights. And with 11:25 remaining in the first quarter, just under a minute, the Knights take an early 6-0 lead. My goodness, just like that.
Yep, Knights score early.
Colin LaHaye marches onto the field for the point after. There's the kick, there's the hold, and it's good. Well,
in 3 plays.
3 plays, and goes 68 yards. And it'll be a 37-yard pass play to Montrell Felix. So 11:25, timeout. You're watching the Moore's Machine Shop live stream here from Geuydan, Louisiana.
Moore's Machine Shop, licensed under the API Spec 5CT, specializes in custom machine works of all kinds. Here are just some of the services we provide. Manufacturing of components to controlled, approved drawings. Modifications of pre-machined parts, new or used. Procurement of any materials needed. Control of raw materials in-house. Approved vendor service for outside processes. Product identification marking capabilities. At Moore's, we're here to serve you.
Colin LaHaye set to kick for the Knights. There's the kick, and that's going to bounce through the back of the end zone for a touchback, and so your Geuydan Bears will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20 as they begin their first possession of the night. Once again, we do not have the Geuydan roster. We have a text into the press box to get us one if they had one, but they haven't brought anything up just yet. First and 10 for the Geuydan Bears. Sage Ryan's going to have to go off. Maybe something with
someone with the equipment.
Looks like they're pointing to his mouthpiece. Maybe he didn't have the right mouthpiece in or something. All right. We're set. Here we go. Geuydan 1st and 10. There's the give. Nowhere to go. Martin Lee, Princeton Malbrew in on the stop for the Knights. No gain. In fact, it'll be a loss of 1 yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 for the Bears. Let us know if you rather that scoreboard way at the top of your screen instead at the bottom. Not sure if it's any good or not. There's not a smaller one, y'all. That's all we have. We're ready to go. There's the give, and he's going to be brought down by Princeton Malbrew. He gets his 2nd tackle of the night. Give him a gain of 2, brings up 3rd and 9 for the Geuydan Bears.
Gain of about 4, brings up 3rd, about 8.
Senior night for the Geuydan Bears. Telling our camera guy, leave a lot of headroom because we got our scoreboard way up at the top. And we're ready to go. Up, nowhere to go. Quarterback is going to be sacked in the backfield.
Princeton again.
It's Princeton Malbrew again. Princeton on all 3 tackles here. It's going to bring up 4th and 10 for the Bears. And the punt team comes on, and Sage Ryan drops back deep.
Dane Wallace with them.
For the Knights. Low punt, he gets it off.
Oh.
And
watch out,
don't
Princeton.
touch it. And let's see, the Knights will have it 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. So they'll have a short field to work with on their 2nd possession. On that first possession, it was Zach Clement to Montrell Felix for about 37 yards.
Yeah. So the first play of the game, the Knights went deep, incomplete. Second play, a little misdirection counter by Logan Gabriel on a long run, and now the Knights are inside of the Geuydan 45-yard line. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 Knights. And we're going to have a
It's
penalty.
gonna be against the Knights. I think Montrell's lined up offsides. Yeah, Montrell telling the official, I checked with you. You said I was good.
Five-yard penalty called. 5-yard penalty called against the Knights. And it'll be 1st and 15. And we're set, ready to go. Here's Zach back to pass. Gets flushed out of his pocket, throws it long downfield. He's looking for Montrell.
Pass is incomplete.
Just out of reach of Montrell. The ball had a lot of air under it, a lot of jiggling under it, and it'll bring up 2nd and 15 for the Knights.
Julian Bro with the coverage for the Bears.
Here we go, 2nd and 15 for your Knights. And handoff goes nowhere to big Logan Gabriel.
Drop for a 1-yard loss. Brings up 3rd and
1 yard loss. It'll bring up 3rd and 16 for the Knights. Well, this Knight offense not doing very much on this possession. Here's Zach Clement. Picks up, good pickup by the blitz. Good pass downfield. It's complete to Sage.
It's going to be enough for the first down.
And that's going to be enough for a Knight first down. Sage Ryan, 16 yards, needed 15, down to the 34-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 Knights.
First down for the Knights.
1st and 10 at the Bear 33. There's the play action. There's Zach. Takes a big shot, but is complete to, he fumbles, but he gets it back up.
Victor Dupree takes a shot, breaks one tackle, takes a shot, fumbles the ball, lands right back on top of the ball.
Well, the ball is placed on the 6-yard line, and it'll be 1st and goal Knights. And the give is to Logan Gabriel. He pounds his way short of the goal line. He'll be down at about the 4-yard line. And it'll be 2nd and goal for the Knights. Second down. There's Zach with the pitch, and Logan's going to walk in untouched. Touchdown, Logan Gabriel. Touchdown, Knights. Logan Gabriel in from 4 yards. And just like that, it's the Knights 13 and your Bears 0. 7 minutes, 46 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Colin Lahaye in for the point after. There's the hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Well, just like that, the Knights take an easy, early 14-0 lead here in Geuydan. Geuydan Bears. It's been nothing but Knights thus far on senior night here in Geuydan. We would normally take a timeout right after a score, but referees are getting those kids back on the field rather quickly.
Yeah. I guess they figure it's Thursday night. They want to go home and watch an NFL game or something. I'm not sure what, but they're going quick.
Well, it looks like we're on our way to possibly some running clock, hopefully in the second quarter and throughout the third and fourth quarter. I'm not sure if Geuydan can put up enough offense on this high-powered defense that the Knights have. Well, Colin Lahaye is on the field. He's set to kick. There's the kick. It's going to be taken at about the 3-yard line. Makes a move. And the Geuydan Bear brings it back to the 31-yard line.
That's number 16 for Geuydan. If you know who he is, let us know. We didn't get a roster. Our coaches didn't get a roster from Geuydan.
Well, Geuydan better field position on their second possession than they were on their first. Kick, touchback, so they were on the 20. So now they're down at the 31-yard line where they'll take over 1st and 10 there. You're watching the Moore's Machine Shop live stream of LCA night football. Thank you, Spanky and Carrie Arsamah, for your support of night athletics, not just this year, but in the past years. Thank you so much. There's the give, and it's going to be wrapped up by Timothy Cotton and goes nowhere.
No gain, looks like.
Yeah, none of the chains
The box
moved, or
didn't
the
move
box
at
didn't
all.
move. And so it's 2nd and 10 for the Bears. Bears probably don't have much of a passing attack, but they do like to streak this little short receiver down the field. I got to watch Geuydan play Central Catholic a few weeks ago, and they like to chunk it downfield when they can. There's that little dive around the left side. Not a whole lot there. It'll bring up 3rd down for the Bears.
Geuydan runs a version of the veer similar to Acadiana High, but very different in that it's an I formation, not a split back formation. And they just don't have the athletes that Acadiana High has for sure. So they're going to run a little option.
3rd down and 8 for the Bears. There's a quarterback looking. He's gonna probably pick up a 1st down. No, he's gonna run short.
Yeah.
And he runs out of bounds about 2 yards, looks like about 2 yards shy of the chain. I thought he was gonna have it.
Changed his angle at the last second, I think.
Well, he saw one of those DBs coming up, and he didn't want any of that.
So it's 4th and about 4, looks like. And the offense is still on the field.
Six minutes remaining in the first quarter. 14-0 Knights. With a win tonight, the Knights will go 9-0 on the season and push the record at 9-0, best record in the history of the Lafayette Christian Academy. We'll take a break. It looks like there's a timeout called by the Geuydan Bears. We got a brand new championship locker room. If you haven't seen it, you're about... It's 4th down for the Bears. It's 4th and 9. They're going to punt. Punt team coming onto the field after that timeout.
Penalty was a false start on the Bears.
Right after the timeout, Geuydan got to the line, and we were coming out of the commercial break. And right as we come out of the commercial break, they get a penalty for a false start.
Well, punt team in. Sage Ryan back deep.
Martin Lee almost blocked it.
That's going to take an LCA bounce, and ball will be down at the 48-yard line. And the Knights offense will come back onto the field under the direction of senior quarterback Zach Clement.
We got some people watching from all over New Mexico, Lexington, Kentucky, Martin Lee Jr., the second, watching from Israel, and then some people watching from Missouri.
Here we go, Zach Clement. Here's the give to Logan Gabriel. Logan, gets tripped up. One man to beat.
Logan pounds his fist on the ground.
He picked up about 4 or 5 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 6 for the Knights. But Logan, you could see when he pounded the ground with his hand, he knew that if he had broke that one tackle, he was gone to the house. Clement in the shotgun. Back to pass, rolling to his right. He's going to run. A lot of ground, a lot of room. And Zach will run out of bounds. It looks like waiting for about the 21-yard line. Zach didn't have any receivers open. He was being flushed out of the pocket, had plenty of green real estate in front of him, and Zach took off. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Knights at the 20-yard line. Sage Ryan on the jet sweep. He's going to go all the way on the left side Touchdown, Sage Ryan. Touchdown, Knights.
Yeah, it's a jet sweep look, but it actually counts as a touchdown pass for Zach because it was a forward pass. Coach Falk tells me, he said after what happened in the jamboree and they called it a fumble, he said he made sure to let the officials know in the pregame huddle that, hey, we run a play where we toss the ball forward. If we drop it, it's an incomplete pass, so don't rule it a fumble.
Colin LaHaye in for the extra point. There's the snap. There's the hold. There's the kick. It's up, and the kick is good.
Makes the score.
Well, just like that, it's 21-0, your Knights over the Geuydan Bears. 5 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the quarter, and it's nothing but Knights. We'll be right back.
Key to the World Travel is your key to a magical vacation. Specializing in Disney vacations, contact agent Josiah Broussard for a free, no-obligation quote. Find him online at josiahtravels.com or search at Josiah Travels on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Colin LaHaye to kick off for the Knights.
Colin LaHaye set to kick off for the Knights, and that ball's going to be taken at about the 4-yard line. And it's going to be brought down at about the 16-yard line. Return of about 9 yards. And the Bears will take over 1st and 10 from there.
Colin did a great job of getting that kick high and deep to give his coverage team enough time to get under it and pin the Bears inside their own 20-yard line.
First and 10, fumble, and the Bears fall back on top of it.
Straight ahead, Lex Thibodeau with the carry.
No loss, no gain. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 from pretty much the exact same spot.
Yeah.
No gain on
Just
the play.
a fullback dive.
.431 remaining in the first quarter. Knights up 21-0 over the Geuydan Bears. There's the quarterback. Oh, he's got some room.
Broussard with the keepers on the outside.
He's going to be brought out of bounds.
That's Ephraim.
Ephraim Rose, and that's going to be a Geuydan first down. Quarterback faked out the whole left side of the defense. And picks up a Geuydan first down. Let us know if you like that score bar at the top. Hit some thumbs, hit some hearts. Cheer for your Knights, cheer for your Bears, whoever's watching in. 1st and 10 Bears. There's the pitch to the guy in the backfield. And he's not going to go anywhere. He's going to be run out of bounds. Can't tell. That's going to be
number 10. That's Richard, Anthony Richard.
Anthony Richard. Loss of about 4 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 14 for the Bears.
Loss of about 4 on the play.
If Anthony Richard didn't get him, Nicholas Picard and Martin Lee were right behind him, back, waiting for him to cut back, and he would have had nowhere to go. The Bears make some substitutions on the offensive line.
Second down and 14 for the Bears. There's the give, tripped up. Princeton Malbrew will probably get the credit for that sack, or for that tackle rather. Ball brought to the 36-yard line. It'll bring 3rd and 13 for the Bears.
Knights make substitutions on defense. Looks like Timothy Cotton checking in.
It's turned out to be really a beautiful night for Thursday night football here in Geuydan. When we got here, it was overcast and a little misty rain, and it seems that front has pushed that on. It's nice and cool, and we're going to have a delay of game called against the Bears. Didn't get that snap off in time. 5-yard penalty. Backs them up 5 more yards. Now it's looking like it's going to be about 3rd and 16 for the Bears.
Yeah, the Bears going. You definitely don't want to help the Knights out by giving yourself a pre-snap penalty.
3rd down and 16 for the Bears. And they better hurry, or they're not going to get this play off. Inside of 10 seconds, they're going to get to the ball with about 5 seconds. And that's what I thought. They'll have to call a timeout. Taking way too long to get that play in. We'll take a timeout. 2 minutes, 1 second remaining in the first quarter. Your score, Knights 21, Geuydan Bears 0.
Judy Services, locally owned and operated. Judy Services offers high-quality plumbing and water treatment equipment throughout Acadiana. For your commercial and residential water and plumbing needs, give them a call at 837-1760. That's 837-1760.
Flags on the play.
We're back live, and we're going to have a offside called against the Knights. One of the Knights lined up, obviously, or evidently, in the neutral zone. And so it'll be a 5-yard penalty. It's still going to be 4th down. They'll just move it up. It'll be, third down. It'll be 3rd and 13 instead of 3rd and 18.
We're right back where we started before the first delay of game and the timeout. Night show blitz.
He picked his hand up. Yeah, that right tackle. He went into 3-point stance, then came up, then went back down. So the 5 yards they just picked up, they just lost. And I also think, had it not been for that, it'd have been delay a game because
you're right.
0 were on the play clock.
You are right. So they were getting a penalty no matter what.
2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Bears 3rd and 14. There's the give, and he's going to be tripped up by Martin Lee and maybe Drake Woodson. Somebody got that hand around that ankle and flipped that little running back. So now it's going to be 4th down for the Bears. Their punt team comes marching onto the field. And let's see.
Bears line up to punt.
Is that Errol? That's Sage.
No, that's Dane and Sage.
Dane and Sage back deep to receive. We're going to have a return. There's Dane Wallace. He gets it. He's down to, trying to cut back. Makes a move. Dane Wallace trying to get to the outside. And he's not going to be able to do it. That punter tracked him down. But the Knights are in great field position here.
Looks like it's on the 13 or 14. You can't tell from here.
Dane Wallace with the return for the Knights.
That last defensive play by the Knights was a great play by Martin Lee. It was Martin Lee who blew it up. It's called a lead play. Martin took out the lead blocker and made the tackle. And I'm pretty sure the Geuydan offensive coordinator did not draw the play up like that.
And here we go, 1st and 10 Knights at the 14-yard line. Zach Clement in the backfield alongside of Logan Gabriel. There's the pitch to Logan. He gets a good block by Errol Rogers, and he's going to go 16 yards. That's Logan Gabriel. Touchdown Logan, touchdown Knights.
The Knights run the same play that they ran earlier with Logan on speed option and get the touchdown.
$27-0. Colin LaHaye in for the extra point. There's the kick. It's up and it is good. And with 58 seconds remaining in the first quarter, Knights 28, the Geuydan Bears 0 here on senior night. My goodness. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. You're watching the Moore's Machine Shop live stream here on Night Vision TV. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back.
Moore's Machine Shop, licensed under the API Spec 5CT, specializes in custom machine works of all kinds. Here are just some of the services we provide. Manufacturing of components to controlled, approved drawings. Modifications of pre-machine parts, new or used. Procurement of any materials needed. Control of raw materials in-house. Approved vendor service for outside processes. Product identification marking capabilities. At Moore's, we're here to serve you.
Colin LaHaye kicking off. It's going to be taken at the 1-yard line, and he's going to run in to his own blocker, it looked like.
And then Princeton Malbrew ended up.
Malbrew finishes him off like that. 50 seconds remaining. It'll be 1st and 10 Bears at their own 16-yard line.
Colin well capable of kicking the ball into the end zone, but it's him kicking it short is actually helping the Knights out because they're pitting the Bears inside their own 20-yard line.
Here come the Bears. 2 wide out. It's a pitch. It's going to be a fumble. He's hit. It's still on the ground.
They're saying second down. The official's saying second down Bears.
White hat is pointing to the Bears end zone, so that's going to be recovered by the Bears. But that little young man took a shot trying to get that ball. How he held on to it, I'm not sure. Nonetheless, it'll bring up 2nd and long. That's a loss of about 7 yards.
Yeah, they're running the option, and the options, especially the that veer option that they're trying to run. You don't want the pitch being made that deep into the end zone. It looks like we're going to end the quarter.
Yeah, they're going to let the time run off the clock, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. Well, at the end of one, it's your Knights up 28-0 over the Geuydan Bears on senior night. Thank you, everybody, for watching Night Vision TV and following Knights football. First and 10 Bears to start the quarter. There's the give off the right side, not going very far. I said first and 10. It was second and 16. Now it'll be 3rd and 13 for the Bears.
2 yards.
Third down and let's say 14 for the Geuydan Bears. I want to thank our cameraman Jansen Miller for making his way to Geuydan, helping us here on Night Vision TV. Brent Broussard up here on top of the press box, recording for the Knights and for the coaches down on the field. There's a fake give by the quarterback, and some flags come in. That normally indicates a face mask or a hold. Let's wait for the indication.
Brings up 4th down.
If it's on the Bears, I'm sure it's going to be declined.
There was a
Illegal block.
All right. Well, I was wrong there. Chop block by the offense.
That usually means someone went high.
Somebody went high.
Low, or someone blocked outside of the tackle box, low.
Well, Coach Falk declined it, and he'll take the play, which was a loss of 1. So it brings up 4th and 14, and Geuydan's probably in a punt situation, and here comes the punt team.
So I'm not 100% sure what actually happened, but whatever did happen, when you're running that veer option, that veer offense, you definitely want to get low when you're making the blocks, but both players have to get low. Both blockers got to be low. You want to block at the point of attack.
Well, in the background is the Knight football trailer. Brand new football trailer donated by one of the dads. Knight football looks nice going out. Here's the kick. It's going to barely get it off. It's going to be taken at about the 32-yard line by Sage Ryan, and he'll return it down to about the 13-yard line.
Pass where the line of scrimmage was. Sage did a great job of making the Bears think that he wasn't going to go for it. They stopped. He saw him stop, picks up the punt, and returns it, gets a decent return. Returns it deeper than it was punted, further than it was punted. So,
well, the Knights take over in excellent position. The Knights will end up, if they score here, will have scored 5 touchdowns. And, Josiah, they probably have less than 100 yards of offense.
And that's insane.
Because they've gotten the ball with such short fields. Zach Clement back to pass. He's looking for a receiver, and he is going to fall.
Yeah, the ball was
incomplete.
batted. Yeah, yes, sir. It was batted down. Victor Dupree went up above the defender, but as Victor came down with the defender batted, knocked the ball out of Victor's hands. Decent defense by the Geuydan Bears.
Well, 2nd and 10 for the Knights here in the second quarter. Just inside a minute. Here's Zach. He has a wide open Logan Gabriel, but he couldn't make that pass.
Yeah, Zach was pressured by number 72 of the Bears, taken to the ground.
Well, it's 3rd down and 10 for the Knights. Zach waiting for the play to come in from the sideline. And we're set. Montreal in motion. Here's Zach looking for a wide open Sage Ryan over the middle. Touchdown Sage Ryan, touchdown Knights.
Yeah, Sage was open on the previous play on that same route. So Coach Carmouche saw it. Coaches in the press box saw it, so they made sure to let Coach know, hey, do something to make Sage run that same route in the middle of the field.
Well, a 16-yard pass from Zach Clement, and we're waiting on the extra point. It's up, and it's good.
In the parking lot.
Well, with 10:35 remaining in the second quarter, it's your Knights 35 and your Geuydan Bears 0. You are watching the Moore's Machine Shop live stream on Night Vision TV. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back.
Moore's Machine Shop, licensed under the API Spec 5CT, specializes in custom machine works of all kinds. Here are just some of the services we provide. Manufacturing of components to controlled, approved drawings. Modifications of pre-machined parts, new or used. Procurement of any materials needed. Control of raw materials in-house. Approved vendor service for outside processes. Product identification marking capabilities. At Moore's, we're here to serve you.
Colin LaHaye set to kick off for the Knights.
Colin LaHaye to kick off for the Knights.
Well, you missed the kick.
It was in the back of the end zone.
That is in the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Bears will take over on their own 20-yard line. Their first possession of the second quarter. We'll zoom in. I talked about that night football trailer. And you can kind of see it in the background. Thank you, Donnie Lang. And I think Jansen can get a better angle of that trailer. When the Knights roll up, I'm telling you, it is an attention grabber for sure. Here we go. 1st and 10 Bears from their own 10-yard line. There's the handoff.
Nicholas Picard.
Nicholas Picard put a hit, but that's a gain of 5. It'll bring up 2nd and 5 for the Bears.
Gain of about 5, brings it 2nd and 5.
Nicholas Picard does a great job of stopping that play from going anywhere else.
Nicholas Picard, probably pound for pound, the hardest hitter on the team for the Knights. Now, Drake Woodson, he's been having an incredible season. We haven't called Drake's name thus far tonight. Bears on the left side. Going to fall forward for maybe a gain of 1. We'll give him a gain of 2. It'll bring up 3rd and 4 for the Bears.
Yeah, the linemen and outside linebackers are going to get a lot of work tonight against Geuydan because of the type of offense that Geuydan runs.
3rd down, Bears looking to pass in that, almost intercepted by Jordan Hall. He read that, had a step, jumped on the inside of that receiver for the pass, couldn't hang on to it. 4th down coming up for the Bears.
Jordan did a great job of reading the play and going after the ball. Bears are going to go for it.
Yeah, the Bears are going to go for it. It's 4th and 4. It doesn't matter if they punt. They can't really stop the Knights. And just go for it. 4th down, Bears need 4 yards. And I think they were trying to get the Knights to jump, and the fullback jumped.
I think what ended up happening, either the fullback jumped or the fullback went in motion, and then the line got set. And so that's an illegal procedure.
Well,
now they punt.
Now the punt team coming onto the field for the Bears. .9:22 remaining in the second quarter. And the Bears are going to punt.
Bailey East with the punt.
And let's see, it's going to be Dane Wallace at the 42-yard line.
Number 18 with the return.
And he has some room. He's going to sprint down the left side, and that's going to be a touchdown, Dane.
Touchdown Knights.
Touchdown Knights. Dane Wallace, 43 yards.
Dane does a good job of making one man miss, and then after that it was all speed.
Man, he had 2 good blocks on the other side of the field.
Drake Woodson was one of them.
Colin LaHaye in for the point after. There's the snap, the hold, the kick, and the kick is good. Well, I don't know what to say, Josiah. Not much. I said I don't know what to say.
Run the clock.
Yeah.
It's 42-0. 9:07 remaining in the second quarter.
Hey, join us next Thursday at lunch for the Knight Football Club Luncheon. We'll be right back.
Knight football fans, if you haven't joined the Knight Football Club, then you are missing out. During the football season, members are invited to attend a weekly luncheon on Thursdays at noon. Membership is as low as $100. Proceeds from the Knight Football Club go towards travel expenses for varsity football road games. For more information, contact David Hogan at 337-692-4645 or online at knightfootballclub.com.
Colin LaHaye set to kick off for the Knights. There's the kick, and it's going to be fielded at about the 9-yard line.
Return by the Bears out to about the 25-yard line.
And he'll return it to the 25-yard line, and the Bears will take over from there. .8:58 remaining in the second quarter. Knights are looking to start a new shutout streak, it looks like. Run the clock, my goodness. And we're set. Quarterback got a little confused there, and Princeton Malbrew came in and said, I'm not confused at all. I know exactly what to do. And brought him to the ground. That's going to be a sack recorded by Princeton Malbrew. Loss of 4, 2nd and 14.
Bears will have a 2nd and 13.
Second and 14 for the Bears, 8:17. Clock starting to run now. There's the give on the left side, and he's going to be close to a first down. Dylan Burrell makes the stop. He looks like he'll be about a yard short. Oh, correction, that's the first change.
5 yards,
Yeah.
3rd and 10.
I was thinking that I saw that marker, and I thought it was the first down marker. No, now it's 3rd and 10 for the Bears.
Yeah, they had 2 sticks to go. Now they only got 1 stick to go. But it's 30 feet away, 10 yards. Here we go. Bears in the gun now.
Quarterback looking, and incomplete. That receiver.
Apparently it's a timing route, and they were off time.
Yeah. Now we're looking at 4th and 10 for the Bears. Looks like the offense is staying out there. Jordan Hall checking in for Richard as he goes out.
All right, look at a swinging gate formation.
Well,
No, now they're calling the punt team out.
all right, well, looks like the Bears are going to punt.
If they get it off in time.
Well, don't punt it to Dane
Bears line
Wallace.
up to punt.
High snap. And that ball is going to be bouncing out of bounds at about the 38-yard line, and the Knights will take over 1st and 10 from there.
Down at the Bears' 37-yard line, where the Knights will have it 1st and 10.
The Bears are doing having a tough job offensively of getting even to their own 30-yard line.
The Knights may be in that negative yardage category if they're not careful here, with a few penalties and only 1 first down that I can think of. Nonetheless, here's Zach, makes a pump. He's looking for, and he has him. That's going to be a touchdown. Victor Dupuis, touchdown Knights. Zach Clement,
36-yarder.
36-yard completion. And the Knights extend their lead. There's the kick, and that's partially blocked. And that is going to be no good. Well, that's the first extra point missed tonight by Colin LaHaye. And so it's going to be 48-0. Your Knights over the Geuydan Bears.
If you are interested in enrolling at Lafayette Christian Academy for the 2019-2020 school year, we invite you to one of our annual open houses. Go to LafayetteChristianAcademy.com for more details.
Colin LaHaye to kick off again for the Knights. And on that pass completion, Zach Clement has thrown for 4 touchdown passes on the night. And the Bears are going to start deep in their own territory. Ball will be placed at about the 13-yard line, and the Bears will take over from there. Some freshmen checking in for the Knights. Couple of freshmen out there. Couple of new faces back there. It's a run on the right side. It's going to be stacked up, waiting for the whistle, and it'll be no gain.
Hand off to Julian Bro.
Brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Bears.
Dominic Tuchet was the last one.
6 minutes remaining in the first half. 2nd and 10 Bears. You're watching the Moore's Machine Shop live stream of LCA night football. And we're set. There's the give on the right side. And Rylan Green, the freshman, Princeton Malbrew, the junior, makes the stop for the Knights. And now it's 3rd down. We'll give him a gain of 2, 3rd and 8 for the Bears. Well, the band and the cheerleaders, they haven't stopped. They're rocking and rolling tonight on senior night. here in Geuydan. A little windy and a little cool, but a beautiful Thursday night for high school football. Here we go. There's fumble on the play, and that's going to be recovered by the Knights.
That's Drake Woodson, who caused the fumble by hitting the quarterback as he's trying to hand it off. And I don't know exactly who recovered it for the Knights.
I'm gonna say Princeton Malbrew.
We'll see in a minute.
Well, the Knights take over, and the second offense is on the field.
That was Timothy Cotton on the number 74.
Okay,
Timothy
74. Well, we'll give Timothy Cotton the recovery, and Errol Rogers, the junior, is in at quarterback. Dalen Gondron in at fullback for the Knights. There's the give to, no, it's the keeper. Good read by Errol. He's going to be spun around.
Might want to tuck in that jersey.
Nowhere to go.
Errol Rogers Jr.
It'll bring up 2nd and goal for the Knights. Ball placed at the 10-yard line.
Also bring up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal for the Knights. Here's Errol in the shotgun, and he's going to roll to his right. It's going to be a keeper. Picks up a block from Gondron, and he is going to be hit out of bounds at about the 3-yard line.
Yeah.
It'll be 3rd and 3 for the Knights.
3rd down and 3rd and goal for the
Geuydan Bears made a good hit on Errol Rogers as he had slowed down trying to get into that end zone. So now it's 3rd and goal. Ball placed at the 4. They back it up a yard. Ball placed on the 4-yard line. And let's see, they give it to Gondron, and he has got nowhere to go.
And a straight ahead and dropped for no gain.
He'll be stacked up at the 5.
4th and goal.
And it's 4th and goal for the Knights. Well, here we go. Colin LaHaye in to try the extra point for the Knights. Colin LaHaye, this is only his 2nd field goal attempt of the season. He kicked one against Northside in week 1, a 54-yarder. This one's going to be a 23-yard field goal attempt. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So Colin LaHaye helps to extend that lead to 51-0 with 2:41.
That was a what, 21-yarder?
We'll give him a 23-yard field goal.
Okay.
Nothing here in Geuydan. And Colin will be kicking off from his 40-yard line. Knights will be back at home next Friday night at Knight Field, where they take on Jeanerette. Here's Colin LaHaye, set to kick, and it's going to be fielded by the Bears at the 10-yard line. Bears find a little crease, and the ball is returned all the way to the 38-yard line. Best return, I tell you what, the fans got excited there for a second. They saw him hit that open lane, shoot out of there, and brought that Bear crowd to their feet. Something positive. Looking for anything positive tonight by the offense of the Bears. Now the Bears are 5-2. They won 5 games. In fact, that's the most games they've won in a season in quite some time. New head coach from last year, and he's done a great job here down in Geuydan. 1st and 10 for the Bears. And that flag comes down. I'm not sure if someone went in motion too early or what, because that flag came flying in from the side judge relatively quick, waiting on the call. Well, it's going to be called against the defense. Still didn't understand the indication. Maybe a hand to the face.
Equipment violation on the knife.
Okay, equipment violation. Didn't have his chin strap snapped. That's going to be on Sage Ryan. He didn't have his chin strap.
And it's the second time he's been called for something equipment. The first time they just told him to get off the field. Now they're, for not having a mouthpiece, now they penalize him for not having a chin strap buckled in.
Well, we're inside of 2 minutes. And hopefully we'll go to running clock here for the second half. There's the quarterback. He finds, oh my goodness. Sage Ryan puts a hit on that receiver. That's going to be a loss of about 4 yards. And it brings up second down. Sage Ryan read that like a third-grade novel.
And that's the running back for the Bears. He was split out wide at wide receiver. So he's going to come take the next play off. Gather his composure.
One minute, 10 seconds remaining in the half. There's the pitch. It's a fumble. It's picked up.
Fumble on the play.
I think that's Nicholas Picard.
Nicholas Picard, and Nicholas Picard is going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Nicholas. Touchdown, Knights. Oh my goodness.
They're not running the veer quite as crisp as they should. And you can tell I'm very familiar with the veer offense. That's why I could say this. Ran it as a player in high school. When I coached, we ran it. And they're pitching it too deep in the backfield. It's not designed to be pitched that deep in the backfield.
Well, Nicholas Picard gets on in the end zone for the first time this year. There's Colin LaHaye. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Well, with 52 seconds remaining in the first half, it's Knights 58 and the Bears 0. Well, we'll take a quick timeout as we get ready for halftime here on Night Vision TV. You're watching the Moore's Machine Shop live stream of night football.
If you are interested in enrolling at Lafayette Christian Academy for the 2019-2020 school year, we invite you to one of our annual open houses. Go to LafayetteChristianAcademy.com for more details.
I'm getting ready to go to me. Colin LaHaye getting ready to kick it off once again for the Knights. 52 seconds remaining. And that's going to be taken at about the 3-yard line and not going to go much further than about the 16-yard line.
Cameron East with the carry.
And the Bears will take over with 46 seconds remaining in the quarter And it looks like a ball's going to be placed on about the, we'll say, 17-yard line for the Bears. Two receivers to the far side. And we're set to go. There's the give on the right side. He'll fumble, fall forward for about a gain of 2, make it 2nd and 8. And I believe the Bears are probably out of timeouts. I know for sure they called 2, but I thought they may have called a 3rd timeout. And with 25 seconds, the clock is running. They don't actually have to run a play to end this half. They may. And they'll run the play, and it doesn't go very far.
That should take us into halftime.
No gain on the play.
Well, that's it. That's going to be your halftime score. Knights 58 and the Geuydan Bears 0. Well, we'll take a quick timeout, and then we'll be back here at Geuydan High School for the second half. Well, it's halftime here at Geuydan High School in Geuydan, Louisiana, and it's been all night long. Halftime score, Knights 58 and the Geuydan Bears 0. Zach Clement has been nothing short of spectacular tonight. Unfortunately, his stats won't show high numbers because the Knights have relatively gotten the ball probably average at about the bare 27-yard line. But Zach Clement, he has 4 touchdown passes on the night. The first one in the first quarter, a 37-yard strike to Montrell Felix. And then in the first quarter, a 16-yard pass completion to Sage Ryan. And then he hit Ryan again from basically the same place with the same play, with the same route. And then he hit Dupuis, 36-yard pass, and in the second quarter. And then our final score of the half was touchdown was a fumble recovery by Nicholas Picard, who picks it up, goes 38 yards for the touchdown. And Nicholas Picard gets in the end zone for the first time this season for the Knights defensively. Then we had Colin LaHaye come out, and he attempted his second field goal of the season. The first field goal attempt was a 54-yarder in week 1 against Northside High on the road, and he hit the upright from 54 yards out. And so Colin LaHaye has been waiting for his chance to get a made field goal. So he is 1 for 2 on the season. Colin LaHaye, with about 2 minutes to go in the first half, hit I believe, if I remember right, a 24-yard field goal. And the Knights extend their lead 58-0 over the Geuydan Bears. We're about 2 minutes away from the beginning of the second half. Now let's talk a little bit about football playoffs. The Knights, after tonight, will go to 9-0, and they'll have one more game in the regular season to be played, and that'll be at home at Knight Field next Friday night. They'll take on the Jeanerette High School, and so Knight Nation, come on out to Knight Field next Friday night, kickoff at 7 o'clock. Love to have you. We had a great experience last Friday night at home when the Knights took care of business against district rival, the Vermilion Catholic Screaming Eagles, with a 54-21 victory. And coming into that game last week, the Knights were in 5th place, if you will, in the seeding. The Vermilion Catholic Eagles were number 2. Southern Lab is number 1. Now, after last week's convincing victory over the VC Screaming Eagles, the Knights jumped up to 3rd place. So the Knights are currently in 3rd place. VC held their number 2 spot even with a loss by the loss to the Knights. And you say, well, how is that? It doesn't seem right. We beat them handily. Well, a lot of the PowerPoint system also goes into effect not only on your wins, but after you beat somebody, how well do they do? It's called strength of schedule. And VC, because of their non-district games early in this year, they picked up a few good wins over some quality teams who has now gone on and won a few games down the stretch. And so, therefore, VC's strength of schedule was so much stronger than the Knights. The Knights played early on. They played Laurelville, Northside High. Northside High has 1 win on the season. They play Turlings tomorrow night, and they finish off with Westgate. So chances are the Vikings won't pick up another win. And then we went to Laurelville. Their starting quarterback, best athlete on the field, broke his collarbone on that game and I think is out for the rest of the season unless he comes back next week, which I doubt. And Laurelville's won 2 games. And then we played Franklin, and they've won 2 games. So the teams that we've played in non-district play have not gone on to do very well in their own districts down the stretch. So nonetheless, VC sits at number 2. Your LCA Knights sit at number 3. Now you say, well, what does that mean? Well, roughly in playoffs, when it comes to a semifinal matchup, 2 will play 3. That's if everybody who is seated higher just continues to win.
If the bracket holds true.
If the bracket holds true, the Knights would be a 3 seed currently. Now, there's still 2 weekends of football to be played. A lot of things can happen. So if the Knights obviously pick up a win tonight and can pick up a win next Friday night, which they would be highly favored to do so, then the Knights would finish out 10-0, and they would currently in third place, VC in second. Now, VC has Highland Baptist tonight, which will probably be a convincing win. Highland hasn't won a game this season.
VC will actually lose power points for beating Highland.
Yes, they will, and that's just like we lost points by beating Highland. It's their turn. Now, here's what will happen. What we need, Knight Nation, here's how you can put your attention moving forward. So the difference right now is the Knights would be on the road in a semifinal matchup against VC if the playoffs were to begin tomorrow, and all of these teams advance accordingly. The Knights would would travel to Vermilion Catholic as they did last year for a semifinal game in 3 weeks into the playoffs. Now, let me get this straight.
I can tell you about it. Okay.
If Jeanerette.
So Jeanerette needs to win, beat Delcombe tomorrow night. And then the Knights need to beat Jeanerette next week. So no matter what, the Knights need to win out. And the Knights have to go 10-0. We need Jeanerette to win. So you need Jeanerette to win tomorrow night. They're playing Delcombe. Delcombe has no wins on the season. So Jeanerette is favored to win that game. So that's one game you're looking at.
And it's at Jeanerette.
It's at Jeanerette. That's one game you're looking at. Another game you're looking at tomorrow is Kentwood versus Ascension Catholic. That's a big game. Ascension Catholic has 1 loss on the season. Currently, Kentwood is undefeated. That'll be a close game, a tight contest we're expecting. Kentwood is slightly, and I use that term loosely, they're slightly favored. All right, so that's another game you're looking at. Then you're also looking at Opelousas Catholic versus Point Capee Catholic. Point Capee Catholic is slightly favored. And the Knight fans want Point Capee Catholic to win that game. All right? And then finally, you're also looking at Vermilion Catholic versus Central Catholic Morgan City. So a lot of games are going on. So we're back live with action. Colin kicked the ball into the back of the end zone for a touchback. All right, as I was saying, if Central Catholic beats Vermilion Catholic and the Knights are undefeated, the Knights will go to number 2, but you still need Kentwood to beat Ascension Catholic. If VC beats Central Catholic, Kentwood needs to beat Ascension Catholic. OC needs to lose to Point Capee Catholic. Jeanerette needs to beat Delcombe. The Knights got to win. There's a lot of things going on. You got to get an abacus out, the map, and all kind of things.
Well, bottom line is simply this. We need Jeanerette to win tomorrow night against Delcombe, and we need Kentwood to beat Ascension Catholic. So there you have it. We'll go to 2. 1st and 10 Bears, and a lot of fresh jerseys out there for the Knights. It looks like
all the young ones.
John East, number 16, in at safety. Membrano at a cornerback.
Hippolyte at linebacker. Aguilar at linebacker. Can't tell number.
Dalen Gondra now on the outside linebacker on the other side.
I really only see 2 starters, and one's a freshman, one's a sophomore. I only got 2 starters in the game on the defensive side of the ball.
No gain there.
I see some young skill players in the game for the Bears. And now Fitz checks out of the game, so Knights are down to one defensive starter. Again, he's a sophomore.
I think
at safety.
67 is Olinsky, who comes in at
tackle.
defensive
end.
tackle. Yeah, defensive end. All right, that's going to be a recorded sack for the Knights. We'll give Membrano credit for that sack, I'm sure. We're not the official scorekeepers up here, but it'll bring up fourth down for the Bears. And that second team defense takes care of business and will force the Bears to punt. 9:52. I wasn't noticing if that clock is running, but hopefully
they're all run plays. So
we're in
supposed
running.
To run.
Yeah, we're supposed to run. Hopefully they're going to continue to run.
We'll find out in just a second.
Dane Wallace, Sage Ryan, correction, that's Errol Rogers. And we got a flag.
Timeout. The Bears call a timeout.
Okay, I think they only had 10 men on the field.
Yes.
So the Bears called a timeout, and they're going to their respective sideline. Well, 58-0, nothing but Knights tonight. You're watching the Moore's Machine Shop live stream here on Night Vision TV. We'll be right back.
Moore's Machine Shop, licensed under the API Spec 5CT, specializes in custom machine works of all kinds. Here are just some of the services we provide. Manufacturing of components to controlled, approved drawings. Modifications of pre-machine parts, new or used. Procurement of any materials needed. Control of raw materials in-house. Approved vendor service for outside processes. Product identification marking capabilities. At Moore's, we're here to serve you.
Well, it's going to be running clock here in the second half. Bears looking to punt.
Line drive.
And it's going to be down at the 49-yard line. This may be the first possession the Knights have
since the opening kickoff
on their own side of the field. It's been all short yardage situations and a lot of fresh faces coming in for the Knights. We'll have to go to the roster to call some of these names. Ethan Lang in at wideout for the Knights.
I see some defensive linemen playing
Got a new
offensive
center.
line now.
You're going to have
I can't see the number. 51 or 61, I can't tell. 51.
There's Gondron. Tries to get outside. They'll give him
no gain.
No gain. Back to the original line of scrimmage goes Gondron. And now it's 2nd and 10 for the Knights. Thank you again, Spanky and Carrie Arsema, for sponsoring this year's live stream of Knights football here on Night Vision TV. Josiah Broussard alongside of me tonight and all season. We're glad to be able to stream the game from wherever you may be watching tonight. Go ahead and let us know where you're watching. There's a quarterback keeper by Errol Rogers. He's going to be drugged down at the 50-yard line. We'll give him a gain of 1. It'll be a small one, a half of 1. 3rd and 9 for the Knights.
Errol's getting the call from Coach Carmouche, offensive coordinator.
Third and 9, Arrow looking to pass. He finds a number 32, makes a good move.
That's Riggs.
That's going to be Darian Riggs. Darian Riggs, the freshman, is going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Darian. Touchdown, Knights. 50 yards for the freshman, Darian Riggs. My goodness, it didn't take that freshman long. Colin LaHaye in for the extra point try for the Knights. And you better remember that name, Darian Riggs. You're going to hear a lot of Darian Riggs in the years coming for the Knights, a freshman. And you saw that one move, shook that one defender, and it was nothing but green real estate in front of him. And when he gets to the outside, you're not going to catch him. Colin LaHaye with the extra point, and the Knights extend their lead to 65-0 over the Bears. And we have running clock. We're inside of 6 minutes, 5:35 remaining in the third quarter. And we're going to try to wrap this game up in a hurry tonight. 5:25 and counting. 65-0, and I believe Josiah, no, I'm correct. What was our point margin against Hanson? Can't remember.
76.
I think so, yeah. 76, and so they're just a
couple scores
away.
If Coach Falk lets him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when a fumble and an interception, it's hard to keep it. Well, Colin LaHaye set to kick off for the Knights. And it's going to be returnable. Ooh, fumble on the play. What a hit by the Knights. Somebody put a lick on him, and then Peyton Johnnies comes up with the fumble recovery for the Knights, and the Knights will take over once again from the 22-yard line. That's what I said, Joe. You can't, you're not trying to score.
No, but it just happens.
But when you put I don't know who that was, but somebody put a lick on that returner, and that ball came flying out, and Peyton Johnnies just fell on it. It was right in front of him. And so now the third string offense comes out onto the field for the Knights. Freshman quarterback Brylan Green, Dalen Gondron, and I was just told that it was Brylan Green that put the lick on that returner, caused the fumble. Gondron in the backfield for the Knights. Here's Green, low snap. Quarterback keeps it, and he is going to be sacked in the backfield. Kind of a bad snap, bad handoff. Everything that could go wrong went wrong for the Knights there. Nonetheless, it'll bring up second and about 16. Big loss on the play for the Knights. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Night Vision TV. Hit some hearts, hit some thumbs up. Let us know where you're watching from. We enjoy bringing you night football every Friday night and Thursday night. Well, we're going to have a delay of game called against the Knights.
Delay a game on the night.
Well, we have the Knight cheerleaders that have made their way to Bear Country, and they're entertaining the home crowd in front of the press box. Ladies and gentlemen, your Knight cheerleaders. Here we go. There's Riggs again, and he may score. Picks up a block. Well, that'll come back.
It'll come back, yeah.
Going to be a holding call.
Ball was carried by number 32. There's a flag on the play.
Holding is the indication called against the Knights. That ball's going to come back. That gain of about 22 yards is going to be negated by a holding. Now, he may decline it. No, he's taking it. But no, I guess he has to. That ball will come back all the way
39.
To the 39. 1:42 remaining in the third quarter. Third string offense onto the field for the Knights. The Knights just letting some time run off the clock. Here's Brylan.
He's going to keep it.
He keeps it, goes around the right side. He splits the defender, and he's going to be brought down at about the 16-yard line.
Brylan gains about 14 yards on that play. No, longer than that.
Brylan Green is being groomed right now to possibly be the starting quarterback next year for the Knights.
Pick up about 20.
Many of you may know this,
Brylan
but
gains 21. I'm sorry.
the Knights are looking and will move to 2A next year. So the Knights will be in a different district. We won't see Geuydan Bears anymore. You won't see Hanson anymore.
Different class, district, division.
Different class, different district. More likely, probably be in the Notre Dame district. High snap, and Brylan's going to just grab the ball and basically go to his knees. Loss of about 4 brings up 4th and 9 for the Knights.
Probably the last play of the quarter.
It should be. Well, Knight fans, we have open house coming up soon at Lafayette Christian Academy. If you know of anyone that's interested, this is your best way to get into Lafayette Christian Academy, and that's to attend one of the open houses. At the end of 3, your Knights 65, Bears nothing. We'll be right back.
If you are interested in enrolling at Lafayette Christian Academy for the 2019-2020 school year, we invite you to one of our annual open houses. Go to LafayetteChristianAcademy.com for more details.
Fourth quarter, it's 65-0. Your Knights over the Geuydan Bears. It'll be 4th down. For the Knights.
Like 4th and 10. Got a running clock at some point. Yep, here we go, running clock.
Brylan Green in at quarterback, a freshman quarterback, all kind of freshmen out there. High snap, there's the handoff to Gondren. Gondren's got some speed, makes a cut.
Should have the first down.
And he'll,
close.
Yeah, he's going to have the first down. The ball will be placed on about the 10-yard line.
Good enough for a first down. Miss Vicky watching in the Carolinas. Grandson has a first down.
First down for the Knights.
First and, let's see, are they setting the box? It'll be 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. All right, we're set. Brylan Green, he takes a knee, and we're just going to run some time off this clock, try not to score. Coach Falk did that against Hanson a few weeks ago on the road, trying to keep that score out of the 70s if he can. Now, defensively, if they do it, that would be one thing. Just trying to, even though he has the third string out there, you got Emanis out there, number 57. You got Brennan Charles out there, freshman at left guard. There's Green takes another knee. We're inside of 10 minutes. And the Knights just trying not to score. Geuydan still has one game remaining. Knights as well. Knights will be at home next Friday night against Jeanneret. We want to beat Jeanneret, but we need Jeanneret to win tomorrow night. So Knight fans, be looking for a Jeanneret win over Delcom. And then we need an Ascension Catholic loss to Kentwood. Kentwood is the number 1A team in the state in public schools. Southern Lab is the number 1A school on the private side.
The select schools, and they're both in the same district. So that's a strong district.
Very strong district. Southern Lab, Kentwood, and Ascension Catholic. Some of the top 3 schools in the state in 1A are all in the same district. Well, it's going to be 4th down for the Knights, and they're just letting time run off the clock. We're inside of 8 minutes and 30 seconds, and I don't know why they don't just put 2 minutes on the clock or something. And it'll be turnover on downs. And the Bears will take over at about their own 24-yard line. 8 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the game. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thanks again to Moore's Machine Shop. Carrie Spanky Arsamon for sponsoring this year's live stream feed. You're watching Night Vision TV here in Geuydan, Louisiana. Jay Miller alongside of Josiah Broussard up on top of the Geuydan Bear press box. Thanks again to Jansen Miller, one of our camera operators here tonight. And it's 1st and 10 Bears.
Hand off next Thibodeau, straight ahead.
Trent Hippolyte, number 25, a sophomore. Looks like we got Matthew Thibodeau. He's a sophomore out there at outside linebacker. Couple of freshmen. And back at safety is going to be Gavin Bordelon. He's a sophomore. So freshman and sophomore on the field defensively for the Knights. And they're getting to bang around and hit around. His Hippolyte and Rose combined for the stop
with the carry once again
for the Knights. And that's going to be a Geuydan first down.
First down for the Bears.
That may be their second first down of the night. Six minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the game tonight. And we're going to have a sack in the backfield. We'll give that to Luke Robinson, number 64, another sophomore.
Loss of about 2.
That's not Luke. Yeah, it is.
64,
yeah, it's Luke. I know he had a little wrist wrap, and I didn't see it, but I see it now. Second and 12 for the Bears. Quarterback hits an open receiver,
Broussard's pass is
Oh, look at this. Did he run out of bounds?
Yes, Ephraim Rose pushed him out of bounds.
Cameron East with the reception.
That was
First
number
down for the
10,
Bears.
Anthony Richard, missed the open field tackle. Ephraim does a good job of forcing the receiver out of bounds to save the touchdown. That's the first time tonight that the Bears have crossed the 40-yard line.
Well, 4 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. Clock has not stopped. It'll be 1st and 10 Bears. And Ethan Rose comes out of his cornerback position and takes care of that runner. Kind of bumped him on the way up, and that white hat came over there and gave him a little earful himself. Nonetheless, it's 2nd and 12. For the Knights.
The Bears.
For the Bears.
Got 4 minutes to go in this ball game.
Quarterback.
And off to Lex Thibodeau.
Oh my gosh.
That's number 35, I believe.
That's Rose, isn't it?
No, it's 35.
Gain is about 3 or 4
Who
yards
is,
on
I
the
don't
play.
even know
Devin
who
Walton.
that Devin, the freshman.
Oh my goodness.
The kid is fast. He's coming with hard hits.
That freshman laid a hit on that running back. My goodness. Wow. Three minutes, 20 seconds remaining. Trying to get to the outside, and Rose shuts him down.
Picks up about 2-3 yards.
Gain of about 3 yards.
Third down for the Bears.
3rd and 3 coming up for the Bears, and for the first time tonight, they cross the 50-yard line. Now the Knights, probably their 3rd string defense in. Nonetheless, positive yards. That fires up the band, fires up the cheerleaders, and the handful of Geuydan fans that are still here.
Yes, a lot left at halftime.
Senior night. Quarterback keeper,
Daily Gondron.
No gain on the play.
and no gain, and the ball will go over on
Turnover
downs.
on
That
down.
was 4th down, and the Knights will take over
Ball
on
will go over on
offense
down.
right there. And I'm sure they're going to take a knee a couple of times, and that'll be the ball game.
Yeah, this should be the ball game.
Inside of 2 minutes now. .145, the Knights can let about 20 more seconds. The Knights will have to snap it with about 1:10 remaining. And it looks like they may try to get a play. Quarterback keeper, he pulled it from Gondron, and ball came out and he fell on it.
Loss of 2 on the play.
A couple of other names we can call real quick. Number 47, Ashton Vincent in for the Knights. Number 45, Cowan Hilaire.
Yeah.
A couple of more freshmen checking in for the
I
Knights.
think I see Willie Manis out there.
Number 33 on the far side, that's going to be Marcus Picard.
That's the younger brother of number 5, Nicholas Picard.
Getting a few Picards out there, and we're set. 43 seconds. This should be the last play of the game. Oh my goodness.
The
Knights take a
kneel
knee.
once again.
Knights take a knee, and that'll be your ball game right there. Knights look like they're going to be lining up at the 50. No reason to stop the clock. No reason to run another play. And the Geuydan Bears will line it up at the 50-yard line. Knights will go to their respective sideline. And this game in about 5 seconds will be in the books.
That brings us to the end of the game.
And your final score from Geuydan High School will be LCA 65 and your Bears 0. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in and watching tonight. You've been watching the Moore's Machine Shop live stream of night football. We'll take a quick timeout, our last timeout of the night, and then we'll be right back with some final thoughts and to close it out.
Moore's Machine Shop, licensed under the API Spec 5CT, specializes in custom machine works of all kinds. Here are just some of the services we provide. Manufacturing of components to controlled, approved drawings. Modifications of pre-machined parts, new or used. Procurement of any materials needed. Control of raw materials in-house. Approved vendor service for outside processes. Product identification marking capabilities. At Moore's, we're here to serve you.
Final score here at Geuydan High School, Knights 65 and your Bears 0. Once again, thank you everyone for tuning in, watching Night Vision TV, home of your Lafayette Christian Academy Knights. Knights got on the board early and often. Running clock the entire second half. Knights could have scored a couple of more times, but Coach Falk had his team just take a knee. I think every dressed out player on the Knights sideline got in the game tonight here in Geuydan. Well, this will be the last time the Knights come to Geuydan High School for football, as the Knights will vacate District 7-1A at the end of this season and move to Class 2A. Now, the Knights do not know which district they are going to be placed in, or if the current two districts that are in 2A remain the same. It just all depends on who gets out and who drops down or who moves up. More than likely, I would forecast that the Knights would go to district, I'm going to say it's 6-2A, and that's going to be the district where Notre Dame, Ville Platte, Welsh, Kinder, and Lake Arthur are. That would be my guess. If not, they would be on the other 2A district, which would be Ascension Episcopal, Franklin, Jeanerette, Lauraville, some of the teams that we've played this year. And so my wish and I believe our forecast would be that we would get in the Notre Dame district, Welsh, Lake Arthur, Ville Platte, and Kinder. And so that's kind of what's up. But we won't know that probably for another 3 or 4 weeks. Probably the first or second week of January is when they make it all official.
Yep.
So that's kind of what's going on. So tomorrow night, those of you that are still tuned in, we want to pull for Jeanerette tomorrow night.
And Kentwood.
And Kentwood over Ascension Catholic. And if those two things happen, when we come back on live this Friday, we'll give you an update of where everything stands, where we're seated, and where we're ranked. Well, that's it from Geuydan High School, the Geuydan Band, and the Geuydan High School cheerleaders and players are participating, I would assume, in their fight song, or their alma mater, rather, here at Geuydan High. So we'll close out with that. All right, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to Night Vision TV. We enjoyed bringing this to you. Wish we could have given you a better game. Nonetheless, thanks for watching, and we will be back right here Friday night a week. We'll close out with a little video recap of the big win last week at Knight Field against VC. Good night, everybody.
fans, make some noise!